Hi, everybody. Welcome to Wild Wednesday Live, presented by the Quilt Craft and Sew Mall, where you're just one click away from some of your favorite show vendors. I'm Raylene from Quilters Haven, and I will be your host for the show today. And before we get started, let's start with my favorite part of the show. Let's do a roll call. Tell us where you're watching from as you get logged in. And also let us know if this is your first time watching. And if so, we hope it won't be your last, and welcome. We're glad you found us. Now, we just want to remind you of a couple of things before we go today. Our next live in-person show is next week. We will be in Pleasanton, California at the Alameda County Fairgrounds, and that is on the 16th, 17th, and 18th. And then the very next week, we'll be in one of our new show locations in the Inland Empire. We will be at the National Orange Show Fairgrounds in San Bernardino. For all of you that used to go to Pomona and Orange County, this is a perfect location for you. It's against traffic. It's right off the 215 freeway. The parking is so much cheaper than it was in Pomona, which was one of the several reasons that we stopped doing that location. So we're so excited to be going to Inland Empire, and we hope we see a lot of our old friends there. Also, let's see, want to remind you that while we're at both of those shows, we will be doing all of our special lives like Beth and I do from the show floor. We'll be doing our behind the scenes on Wednesday of setup day, and then interviewing vendors on Thursday and Friday. Now, remember, whenever we're live at a show, our show time is 3 o'clock local time. Now, as just fate would have it, these next two shows, that means we'll be at our regular 2 o'clock Pacific time. But whenever we're on the road, wherever we're at, it's 3 o'clock their local time. Oh, wait, I'm wrong about that. Never mind. I'm wrong. It's 3 o'clock there too. Oh my gosh, my brain still isn't functioning 100%. I don't know. We get each other more confused about our show time. But the reason we do 3 o'clock when we're on the road is because the shows are busy, and usually that's about what time they start to slow down. So that's why. And we'll remind you of that on our Facebook page. Okay, and when you go to the show, don't forget, come by Beth's booth, Fabric Chicks, my booth, Quilters Haven, and Adele, Chalk Couture, and say, I get wild with you on Wednesday, and you'll get that special gift. But remember, especially at Beth's booth, and Beth is a stickler for accuracy. If you don't say the slogan right, she's probably not going to give you your gift. So be sure you write that down somewhere. You want to say, I get wild with you on Wednesdays to get your free gift. And we also want to remind you that all of our vendors today will be offering a special Wild Wednesday discount, and that is going to be good through midnight on Friday. And when they're on the screen, the special codes and everything that you need are going to be scrolling. Now, you guys know normally we would tell you that you can go right to the mall, to the Wild Wednesday page and see all this stuff. But our poor webmaster, Ruthie, who normally takes care of everything that we need done, has been sick. So she's a little behind on stuff because she's still recovering from being sick. So you might have to just look a little bit harder this time. But like I said, we're going to be scrolling all that information on the screen for you today. And we always remind you to hold all your questions till the end of the show when we bring all of our vendors back for question and answer. But, we know some of you guys just can't help yourself. But just remember, if you type it in too soon, we may not see it, and you might not get that question answered. So just scribble it on a piece of paper to remind yourself. And then when we go to question and answer, you can type that right in. And of course, if you ever miss one of our shows, a few hours after each week, we post those on our YouTube channel, which is also just called Wild Wednesday Live. So you can check them out there. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe to the channel so you never, ever miss a show. And this week, we've got 5 terrific door prizes. So if you're new with us, the way we do our door prizes is later in the show, we're going to give you a secret word that you simply type in the comments, and that will get you entered. So be listening for that in just a few minutes. Our door prizes today is we have a bundle of 8 fat quarters from Beyond Interiors. We have a craft bag set from YAZZII at YAZZII Bags. We have a goodie bag of tools from Winter Designs. We have a Notions goodie bag from Just Notions. And from Wild Wednesday, we're going to be giving away 2 Wild Wednesday coffee mugs. So again, listen later in the show for this secret word. All right, and then just one last thing that I want to mention before we get to our vendors today. If you've been to a show recently, I might have chatted with you about this, but Ron and I are actually starting to kind of prepare for our retirement, which isn't going to be for 3 or 4 years. But we are going to kind of downsize to make things a little easier for us while we're out on the road. So we have decided that we are going to sell the less than traditional brand, and that's our circle quilt technique. So we're going to be selling the product, quilts to display, all the rights to the merchandise. So if you know of anyone who is looking for a new adventure, it's a very, very good brand. We're not stopping it because it's not making us money. We're just stopping it because we want to downsize to smaller booth, etc. So if you know of someone that might be interested, they can email me at justnotions.com and I can send them all the information. Okay, so we are ready to get going. And first up today, I'm so excited to have Leanne and Julie back with us from Beyond Interiors. So let's get them in here with us. Hi, guys.
Hi, good afternoon.
Nice. Good to see you again.
Good to see you too. So I'm Leanne Scott, my business partner Julie Miller. We are Beyond Interiors. We specialize in Australian Aboriginal fabric, Japanese anime and Hawaiian designs, which we're going to talk about today, and Laurel Birch. We also sell jewelry, we sell gifts, so we're kind of a one-stop shopping website and booth when we're in person. So anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about Japanese anime and how it came to be, something that I didn't even know, and I'm still probably pronouncing it incorrectly. It's Anime, Ahkneemay is the way to pronounce it, but obviously spelled Anime. So Anime, it's an abbreviation for the word animation, of course. In Japan, the word is used to refer to all animation. However, outside of Japan, it has become very catch-all for animation coming out of Japan. So that's interesting. For decades, anime was produced by and for Japan, a local product with distinct look and feel, not just the artwork, but for storytelling, themes, and concepts. So what makes anime so special? It's very different, especially, it's pretty much unlike American Spider-Man or Superman, but it's the Japanese twist. So I wanted to show you some examples of, first of all, Japanese fabric. And of course, when you think of a lot of the Japanese fabric out there, it's just cute.
Now I always go the wrong way.
Cute. This happens to be a monkey design. The monkey is in samurai costume, in, I don't know, kind of all different kinds of samurai, and looks like a mouse. And anyway, it's a monkey design is what they call it. So it's just cute fabric. We go on to some more cute fabric. And these are the prince and princesses. And of course, just darling, little prince and princesses in different little outfits. Okay, and then the traditional kind of sushi. This has to be sushi on a train. It's got all little houses. It's got like Spam musubi, but the train are all sushi with going along the tracks, and of course all the cutesy little things that go with it. So that's kind of the cute Japanese. The cutesy Hawaiian, we go into food, and who doesn't love all the Hawaiian food with all that fusion of all those different Asian countries? So they've got poke, Spam musubi, saimin, ramen probably on here, and I don't know what else. See anything else on here, Julie?
Garlic sauce.
Yeah, all kinds of. So again, this is kind of the Hawaiian fabric on food. This is a Hawaiian fabric with pineapples, and it's pretty hysterical if you look at it. They're wearing little pineapple hats. There's little pineapples in canoes. They've got a little volcano with a little lei around it, but cutesy
Parachuter.
Hawaiian fabric. Oh, parachuter. Yeah. Yeah. It's down here toward the bottom. And this is more, little hula girls and boys in little traditional costumes with, hula skirts and ukuleles and, fish and octopi and whatever, tikis. So that's another one, Hawaiian. And then we go to this where we start to see a little bit of fusion with little Hawaiian hula girls, but then you've got some volcanoes. You've got some sake, shoyu, soy sauce bottles. So we're seeing a little bit more Japan and Hawaii fused together. And
Japanese
oh yeah, the
fish.
Japanese koi flags for like Flag Day.
Oops.
So anyway, that's starting some fusion. So now we kind of go into some of this anime. And a part of this is, again, cute. Again, what they call Tomodachi. Tomodachi means friend or friends. And this is, again, starting to be a fusion with Hawaii and Japan. The two up here are called Tomodachi Twins, which kind of look like the Blues Brothers. There's a little boy and a little dog. They're called Super Moki and Puppy Smalls. And if you'll notice, they have a mask on. So I guess this is the sign of our times that they're putting little masks on the fabric of these little characters. I don't know. You see something else on here. It's like the Road to Hana, Surfing Ninja. There's probably a volcano in here somewhere. But again, kind of the fusion of Hawaii and Japan, you know, with this. This is also very similar. I think they've got little Japanese girls in kimonos. There's sushi. There's sushi in here. There is, I don't know, little Hawaiian mermaid girls with leis on.
Rainbow.
The rainbow. I'm just trying to look back here. A little boy with a ukulele, a little panda. Anyway, that's again kind of the fusion of Japan and Hawaii. Maybe just briefly go on some of these. This is there's a little bear in here, and I don't know if is the octopus in there? No, I guess not. No. But, you know, again, a little Hawaii theme with the cutesy bears that are very typical Japanese bears. Same with this next one coming up with I think there's little dogs and people in there. I don't know. There's some kind of ninja in there too, I think. And this, I think, is the same thing. One thing I wanted to show is the little octopus. So some of these characters have names. The octopus is called Takoyaki Todd. Takoyaki is octopus. That's the name in Japan, in Japanese. But like I said, the characters have this name. And I wanted to point this one out in particular.
This one?
Yeah. Because here's the little boy again and the little dog, Super Moki and Puppy Smalls, without the mask. This is a little bit older fabric. We had just gotten that other one in with the mask. And here we're going into the Japanese women in the kimonos. Again, kind of the fusion of Japanese and Hawaiian, but I think this is a little bit more Japanese. And probably this very similar to with the Torii Gates. The Torii Gates and the little octopus, the little people, the little pirates, and anyway, just cute stuff. So now I'm going to show some kind of takes on some of the anime, and this is really going into a lot more Japanese now. As you all know, fairy tales. This happens to be Snow White and the Seven Dwarves, but it's the Japanese take. So you've got Snow White, you've got the dwarves, you've got castles, but then you've also got, I think, Torii Gates and Japanese umbrellas and Japanese things in here. Koi pond. Anyway, so they do a lot with fairy tales. I think we had Red Riding Hood, Little Red Riding Hood at one time. This one happens to be one of my favorite designs. Japanese anime, especially. There's so much to look at. Maybe open it up a little bit more. I mean, they've got little sumos, they've got French fries, they've got little devils in costumes. You've got little Hawaiian girls with a little hula skirt on, and Statue of Liberty kind of in the back. Just fun and cute. I happen to have made a blouse out of that, which I will show, which is sometimes fun to do that kind of fabric. out of that material, which is really, really fun. And this is kind of the last piece we're going to show. Again, I think this is very similar. We may have already shown this, I don't know. But again, with the fusion of Japan, mostly Japanese anime, but just cute stuff and very interesting fabric take to look at. And lastly, I think I just wanted to show one of our Japanese. I made this Japanese mask out of fabric. We do also make pot holders. So just wanted to tell you all this fabric is on our website. We're offering a special 15% off any Japanese, anime, or Hawaiian design fabric. And that will be good through actually next week if you're interested in getting that. We also have Australian and Aboriginal fabric for sale, Laurel Birch sap fabric for sale. Again, Julie makes some of our jewelry, and we've got a whole line of gifts, socks for children, women, and men. So please visit our website, and I think you'll have a lot of fun. It's great one-stop shopping, especially for all kinds of gifts and also for yourself. So we thank you, and I'll send you back to Raylene.
Thank you.
Hey guys, that was great. You have some really, really unique designs. You know, the anime is so popular. You know, guys, with the holidays coming up, if you're making gifts for the kids that are into the Japanese anime, their website's where you want to go, because, you know, they've been on before. You guys know they have beautiful Aborigine fabrics, the Hawaiian, I mean, just they have the stuff that you're not going to see anywhere else. And with that said, we're going to go on to the next vendor, but we thank you guys so much for being back on with us. We always enjoy having you.
Thank you for having us.
And we'll see you at the end of the show for question and answer. Okay, so now it is time for our new segment that we started a few weeks ago called Quick Tips. So our first quick tip for the day. You know, sometimes when you're hand sewing with your needle, you have a hard time gripping onto it. Maybe it's kind of warm where you're working, your hands are a little sweaty, or maybe you're going through something kind of thick, or the eye of your needle isn't wanting to pull through the fabric. There's little gadgets that are out there that we actually sell called needle grabbers. But, you know, if you're just trying to pull your needle through quickly, you don't want to stop and run to the store to go buy something. Well, you know, the best thing that you can use that you may have on hand at home is to just cut a little piece of a balloon. The rubber of the balloon will help you to grip the needle and pull it through. So that's our first quick tip for today. And just a reminder, in just a few minutes, we'll be giving that secret word. But right now, we are going to move on to our second vendor today. Another one of our fan favorites. We have her on often because she has so many products. I don't think in a year we could get through everything that she has to share with us. But she's coming to us right now live from Australia, where it's actually early Thursday morning. So we're going to bring YAZZII from YAZZII Bags in right now. Hi, YAZZII. I think you're muted. Can you hear me? There we go.
Hi, Raylene. How are you? Good morning.
We're doing good. It's good to see you again.
I know. It's always a pleasure to be here. I really enjoy I think we've had so much of interaction with your audiences, and they are appreciating the fact that they're getting to see our products in their living rooms, basically.
Well, yes, and, especially since you're not able to travel right now. You're not able to see us at our shows like we normally see you. So we're glad
I do miss everyone. Yeah,
well,
we do miss
everyone.
Yeah, and hopefully we get back someday soon. But right now, no, it's not going to happen for a while, and it's unfortunate. But we appreciate this opportunity that you have created for us, and
well, we appreciate you being here.
Right. Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm going to turn it over to you. I know you've got some quick videos to show us for some of your products, so we'll let you go ahead with that.
Okay. Before I start the videos, I thought I'm going to just explain that we're going to be next seen at the Wisconsin Virtual Show starting the 9th to the 11th of September. So for those of you, it's a free entry to this virtual show, lots of content, a lot of beautiful demonstrations and stuff, and we're going to having a full action-packed days, 3 days of all-day content we are providing from Australia. We're also doing 6 live sessions for an hour each, like 2 per day, where you'd be able to ask me questions personally. So it does mean I have to be up at 2 a.m. and 6 a.m. in the morning, but I'm happy to do that because it's worth the effort. So that's something you might want to consider to join. It's all normal times for you there, but it's a little weird for us, but I will have to get dressed and get ready for you in the middle of the night. So I'm looking forward to that. The next thing I'd like to mention is the coupon we have is actually valid for the rest of this month. We thought it's a little easier because we're part of so many shows and it was getting quite confusing. So what we have for you is we have a free freight offer for anything over $50 if you ordering from continental USA. That's a given. We've been offering that for a long time, and it's $75 if you ordered from Canada, Alaska, and Hawaii. That's just the way we've been operating since for a year and a half now. The second thing I thought I'd bring into the picture is if you raise that basic order to $75, instead of the $50 for continental USA, we'll give you a set of these 3 pouches that are actually $17.50 on our website. So basically you're adding a $25 item to get a free $17.50 item. And they're really helpful. They work with all your notions and craft for your little projects. They're great gift ideas as well, even if you want to use them for your personal jewelry or makeup or medications when you need them. If you're going on to the Canada, Alaska, and Hawaii side of things, from our minimum of 75, it changes to 100. Again, that extra 25 is actually returning to you. You get the free freight and you're getting this extra pouches, which are worth $17.50. It is a good deal. And I think this is the time for us to do this for you so that we can help encourage people looking at the products closely, as well as understanding what they're about from a quality. Keep in mind, they handcrafted bags made in India for the last 20 years at the same factory as well. And I'm not going to be able to go to India for a long time or come to the US, which we've been doing for 18 years now, coming to the US. So people do appreciate our products, and we do hear a lot of good things every day. So today I just thought I will let you know that, oh, by the way, before I do that, I'll tell you everything we provide are in 7 colors: the black, the navy, the red, the olive green, a hot pink, an aqua, and a purple. So just bear that in mind. Everything we have on our website are in these 7 colors, and it seems to appeal to everyone. So I thought I'd give you an opportunity to see some videos where I'm demonstrating some of those bags, and you can see the relevance of how it's sort of put together. So I'm going to leave you to it, and I'll be here at the end of the session to sure. And I think I'll be here at the end of the session to answer any questions. And remember, these are the 3 pouches. These are the 3 that you will get as a gift. Okay, so I'm going to leave you to the video.
Bit of iron. Make sure everything's on there. This fabric is just gorgeous. I've been holding.
I think I have a couple minutes left. I thought I'd stop the video now because there's so much there. We had so much more in for you, ready for you, but I think it's better if I save it for the next time. As you can see, there's so much of exciting stuff happening with our products. They are embellishing it. during the time of lockdowns and people being at home. It's a new discovery with YAZZII bags. So I just wanted to mention that we've got a lot of sashiko and kits that have just arrived in the US. So this is to give you an example of what you can do. We sell the panels with the bags, and you can go ahead and probably prepare some nice gifts for Christmas for your friends. Keep in mind, our products are versatile. They can be used for your jewelry, for your traveling, and at the same time, you've embellished it with your creativity and something you enjoy doing. So this is a good time in September to start looking at some of your options going forward. And the other thing I'd like to mention is we've got this brand new catalog, which you will receive. It's 16 pages long with everyone's orders. They've just arrived in the US. And many of you last year, when I was at some stage, I think would have received this if you attended somewhere. But right now, that's now off. And we've got a new catalog that includes the little iron bag that accommodates the Oliso iron and any other irons that you have. Do look at the dimensions of the iron storage bag, because we've had a couple issues where they've added the smaller one and really needed the bigger one. So keep that in mind. Apart from that, I belong to the Australian sewing community as part of a group of 7 companies that have just joined together. We feel that at this time from Australia, we cannot do much. So if you'd like to join us at the Australian sewing community, you will see talent from Australia and down under here while we are under severe lockdown for the last 5 weeks and just nowhere to go, not even 5 kilometers outside our radius. So it's been a difficult time, but we know why we're here and what we're doing, and hopefully we will all get out of it. In the meantime, I just want you to be safe and stay healthy, and I look forward to seeing you again, and I'll be here at the end to answer any questions. Bye for now.
Thank you, Yasmita. We can't wait till we can see you again in person. We know we will eventually, but in the meantime, guys, she hit on a very important topic. It is time to be making your Christmas gifts. It is September. It is right around the corner. So many great ideas for embellishing the bags. But anybody that knows anything about YAZZII bags knows that they are a terrific product. So we will see you at the end of the show. Thank you.
Okay, bye for now.
Okay, guys, it's that time. It's time for door prizes. I know you love that part of the show, as I love this part of the show. So again, if you are new, in just a moment, I'm going to give you our secret word of the day. All you have to do is type that in the comments. Please just do it one time. And then a couple hours after the show, come back to the Wild Wednesday Live Facebook page, and the winners will be posted along with how to redeem your prize. So itchy nose here from allergies. Just as a reminder, today we have 8 fat quarters from Beyond Interiors, that 3-piece craft bag set from Yasmita. We have a goodie bag from Linda Winner of her great products. We have a Notions goodie bag from Just Notions, and 2 Wild Wednesday coffee mugs from Wild Wednesday. Today's secret word, drum roll, is September. So if you want to be entered in the drawing, type in the word September. Okay, it's now time for our second quick tip this week. A lot of people ask me all the time about using flannel as batting. Maybe you got a bunch of flannel on sale at some point, or, a store was going out of business and you picked up some really super cheap. Flannel works great for your batting, but the quick tip today, always remember, most flannel manufacturers will recommend that you run it through both the washer and the dryer 6 times. It takes 6 times to be sure 100% that it is done shrinking. So that's our second quick tip for the day. Okay, our last vendor up today is also another one of our fan favorites, because again, kind of like Yasmita, she's got so many things to show that we could have her on every week for a year and she'd never duplicate a thing. So right now we're going to welcome onto the show Linda from Winter Designs. Hi, Linda.
Hey, how are you? It's so good to be
What
back.
the heck is on your head, girl?
Well, I had to give you kind of the overload of fall, Halloween, and so I figured I would put a big spider on my head too. So,
Well, I know you have a ton of. First of all, guys, you need to know we kind of had a scheduling situation, and Linda jumped in 2 days ago to fill the spot today. So I know though that she has a ton of stuff to share with you guys. So I'm going to get out of the way and let her go.
perfect. All right. So I'm in Florida. It's miserable hot. There is no sign of anything but summer, 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 except for hurricane, hurricane, hurricane. So I had to do some fall stuff to think maybe fall is coming. So I want to show you a bunch of fall projects. But first, I want to make sure you all understand, for anybody that's new, I'm going to be using templates that have this tan stuff on the back, the black on the front. And sometimes it'll be black on the back too. So these are templates. And you can see when I place this down on my fabric, I've got 4 layers of fabric here. You can see how it moves around. So when I go to cut, no more slipping, no more having to really measure and do all that accuracy. I'm going to go ahead and use my Martelli rotary cutter. I'm a lefty and I'm just cutting and cutting and cutting. Now, some of you will know this template because this is something you probably made a ton of. These are 3D face masks. So 3D face masks with the no slip material, I've cut 2 masks. I have a front and a back and a front and a back. So everything I'm showing you is based on this stuff that Martelli makes and that me, Linda Winter Designs make as well. So with that in mind, I want to show you some holiday, mainly Thanksgiving and mainly Halloween, but I do have a couple generic fall things in there. Okay, so the first thing, it is not ever going to be the end of this craziness. So people need to be carrying Kleenexes. So these little guys here, if you haven't seen these before, these are the little tissue holders and they're super simple to make. I've demonstrated these before, but this one is done in Halloween fabric. So I've got a little bit bigger for my lining. I'm going to flip this out and take this apart so you can see this is the outside. And my lining is a little bit larger, so it gives me a faux binding. So I have 2 templates that make these super fast, super easy. These are my tissue holder templates. You can box the corners if you want to, but you don't have to. Look how adorable that is. And you can fussy cut as well. I have a fussy cut template that goes with this. So if you wanted to have that really cool spider on the back side, you could do that. But everybody needs to be carrying Kleenexes and hand sanitizers. You can put a pocket on the back if you want. So these are really cute to whip up. You can whip these up so fast that you can make 20, 50, 100 and give these to everybody you know. So that's a really quick little project to do. Here's another one. Maybe you celebrate Thanksgiving, Halloween, fall, you do a big deal. My family does. If you do a big deal and you're not getting out and about, then gift cards. I'm a big believer in gift cards and I want to celebrate. Halloween is my favorite and my family's favorite holiday. And even for Christmas, my sister and I exchange Halloween gifts. So this little guy here, if you're not going to see anybody, this is a gift card holder. This also will hold. Let me show you. Do you see how cool that is? So imagine this being some more fall fabrics. It looks a little more lime green on camera for my camera, but this guy here is a really nice kind of an autumn color, but you can do the fall color like I have in here and have the gift card in here. So if you are going to give somebody a gift card, these are super fast and easy too. This is a layer cake because this takes a layer cake, a 10-inch piece of fabric for the outside and a 10-inch piece of fabric for the inside. The little guy, you can actually, from a layer cake for the outside and a layer cake for the inside, you can make 2 of these. And I've just reversed the color. So you can see these are exactly the same fabrics. I've just reversed it. But there's 2 different sizes. This holds a gift card as well. This does, it will hold a small cell phone. It'll hold your glasses. It'll hold, car keys, those kinds of things. Same thing with this, but not glasses. So these are fun too. And these are called layer cakes. I've shown those layer cake card cases. Okay, so Halloween doesn't have to be orange and black. You can do the scary fabric, and stockings don't have to be Christmas. So this is something that a friend of mine made for me. And this is the Tula Pink fabric, which is super hard to find these days, but this is done with the stocking template. We have 3 different stocking templates between Martelli and Winter Designs, and I have a fussy cut frame. So if you wanted to make these out of scary fabrics, put a strap on here. And if you do have somebody that's going trick-or-treating, they can actually take this for trick-or-treating. But this would be a great Christmas gift for somebody that is not exactly your run-of-the-mill 17-year-old or 13-year-old that thinks that she's 17. If you're doing table runners, if you're doing table toppers, this is always a fun one to do. And I forgot the template. This right in here is my crazy quilt. And if you haven't done any crazy quilting before, it's a whole lot of fun. And you can put the spider exactly where you want it because I have a fussy cut frame. So these are fun to do. And then the Lemoyne star, you can see this right here. This is done. I'm going to turn that over so you can see it. That Lemoyne star is going to give me this, the same, the same, the same. So these are a whole lot of fun to do. And they're pretty quick and they're scrap buster friendly. Okay, so back to the fall stuff, not so much Halloween. If you have a round table, I had a customer that requested this. I've never had a round dining room table. So I never realized that rectangle placemats, they're too big. They don't fit on a round table very well. So she asked me to make placemats that were smaller at the top. So imagine you're sitting at a round table. This is a tea towel here. So tea towels are always fun to do when you can do something like this. And I show you in the video how to fussy cut these. So you have where you could do Christmas on the back and Thanksgiving on the front, Halloween, whatever, New Year. So those are fun. And that's done with this. We have a customer that bought this from me. And she has made so many cute projects. When you go to my website and you look at this, you'll see a link to several of the projects that she's done. She has gone to town with that, which is a whole lot of fun. All right. I love doing things for kids. I don't have kids, so it's a lot of fun for me to make these things and give them away. This, if you have an embroidery machine, it sure is fun to embroider. But I don't want to have the bigger hoop that does this in the hoop. You can do that, but they're more expensive. This little design I got for 99 cents. That one I got for 99 cents. If you buy the bib itself, it's a whole lot more expensive, and not everybody's embroidery machine will be big enough. So I make a template for bibs, and you can see right here, this guy here, that's the neck, and this is where the fold would be. My video is going to show you how to do preemie bibs. It'll show you how to do bigger bibs and bibs with pockets too. So if you want to catch all the crumbs and stuff, but these are a whole lot of fun. And I'll, in the video, talk about why I use elastic instead of the Velcro, the snaps, those kinds of things. You don't have to do this. I show you in the video how to take this and do the ones that have the snaps and the Velcro and all that stuff. But snaps and Velcros, babies can pull them off. So I think these are a whole lot of fun. And if you make a bunch of these and stuff them, hey, Zeke, can you pull up that picture for me? That Zeke has a picture of a project I couldn't find. Do you see that little guy? That was done in the embroidery machine too. But you can do that if you want to just with felt and let the kids glue them on or color them on with the glow in the dark, whatever, you know, markers and that kind of stuff. So imagine making that and stuffing that full with all the bibs and the burp pads and all of these cute things instead of just candy. And then you give that away. And during Halloween, when they're trick-or-treating and trick-or-treaters come to your house, you can fill that with candy. Perfect, Zeke. Thank you. All right. So that guy, this guy here, that's the bib, it also makes this. My little bat. Now it'll make a cat, it'll make an owl, it'll make a whole bunch of stuff. But I thought for Halloween, the little bat would be really good. And again, embroidery machine. I have an embroidery machine. I haven't used it in a while, but it sure is fun to pull out the projects and embroider. But this is right here, this half, and then that half. This guy here, I just found a picture on the internet of the wings, and I traced them out and just put some stabilizer inside of there, stiff stabilizer. But look how cute that is. And this is stuffy. So it's a 3D stuffy, which is a whole lot of fun. I mentioned the burp pads, and my burp pad makes burp pads, of course. So if you're going to do baby stuff, you can embroider all kinds of really cute Halloween, Thanksgiving, fall sayings. But you can also grab that old jacket that you no longer wear, or the skirt or the sweater or whatever. This is the kind of stuff I wore in college way back in the day. But you can make cute little bags. Take purses that you have, grab those straps off of there, and just stitch that on. You can do this in the larger size too. I have a large burp pad template. It's not really a burp pad. It's a saddle bag, but it's the burp pad shape. So burp pads are a whole lot of fun to make for Halloween as well. This is also the burp pad template. I don't know if you can see this part here, right to about here is the burp pad. And then in my directions, I have where I have a little piece of paper that you can trace the ears out. I used flowers for the eyes. If this is for a baby, you're not going to use flowers. You'll see in the video where I show you to do felt and all kinds of other options. But this is for a little bit older child. But look how much fun that is. I showed this at a trade show one year, way back when I was doing trade shows all the time. And I had a 19-year-old, I think, come up and she said, do you make these and sell these? And I say, no, I teach you how to make them. Oh, I don't want to make them. I just want to buy them. Would you sell me those? And I said, well, how many do you need? And she was in her head counting. And she says, maybe 21. And I'm like, 21? I'm thinking for her little brother or sister. She said, sorority sisters. She wanted to give one of these, not the Halloween stuff, but she said, I want to have it in my colors of my sorority. And then I want to have down here, kiss my grits with a little pair of lips on there. But I thought, how cute is that? So this is made from the burp pad template too. So it's a whole lot of fun. If you've seen any of my videos before, then you might know about my face mask video. Why am I showing that? Well, I showed you the face mask template. That's the 3D. I didn't show you a finished one, but this rectangle here with this going around the base of your neck and this going around the back of your head, this guy here, I have many, many people that still email me and say, this is the most comfortable mask I've ever worn. Why? Because this gathers up around your face. Now, I'm not going to put it on, but on the video, you'll see me putting it on, and this will gather around your face so that you can have this to fit your face. I just love the fabric. And again, this Tula Pink fabric is no longer available. If you do find it, you're going to pay big bucks for it. And if you have it, hang on to it or sell it to the highest bidder. Here's another cute bag. So maybe you're not going trick-or-treating as an adult. Maybe you're taking the kids trick-or-treating, or you're going to a Halloween party, or you just love this fabric. Then you've got this cute little bag that you can make. The boxed corners are what I want to talk about in a few minutes. So remember that. I'll show you the boxed corners. I know many of you have seen my storage pods, the storage pod template. I love my storage pod templates. My box bag template, that was the one that Zeke popped up that had the little bat. That was my favorite template until I made the storage pod template, and then it surpassed, and now the storage pod template is the same. Can you see how this one is taller than this one? So what I did when I made this one, I wanted it to be a little bit flatter. This has a curve here. If you cut the template out as is, this is the large, you can see that curve gives me the curve on the back. But I wanted to make one that was more just to sit. And oh, by the way, I didn't make this. The witch is in, but I just thought it was so cute. And I am going to make this someday and knock this off because I think she's just adorable. But I'm going to have her in here right now. So you can fill this full of candy, put it on your doorstep if you don't want to have the in and out of the trick-or-treaters. If you do have trick-or-treaters come into your house this year, you can fill this with candy. If you're going to ship this to somebody, then fill this with all kinds of goodies. But if you notice that this fabric here, I added this little bat, but you can pop him off. And instead of this fabric, that's the Frankenstein fabric, you can do another fabric in here. And this would be, to me, a really, let's just cover that up. This would be a really nice basket to store all of your whatevers. I added the Frankenstein to make it Halloweenish. And then I added the little bat there. But again, this is straight. When I made this, I just squared off the fabric. And I did the inside and the outside at the same time so they would be even. This is super sturdy because I've used the fusible foam. Bozal is the brand that I like, but there's lots of options out there. That's the large storage pod. This is a large storage pod. This one I made with the idea of kids going trick-or-treating. For a kid, they can wear this right over their shoulder and do like this. But they can also carry it when they get to the door. They carry it right here, and they can open that up and say, gimme, candy, candy, candy. So again, this is a really big one. This might be too big for them to go trick-or-treating, so you can make a smaller one. I made this one here out of just a shower curtain material, so it's lightweight and it scrunches up if it's raining or snowing and it gets wet. This will collapse. But this smaller size here, That's actually my medium size, and I didn't bring any of my small sizes. But if you've been making the storage pods from me with those storage pod templates, think about doing them for Halloween too. I think they would be really cute. Okay, so remember the box bag that I showed you with the bat? This is one where I had started working on a crazy quilt, and it was just too orange for a quilt. So I decided, hey, let's put some handles on it. And I threw this bat on. Now my bat right there, all I did was pin my bat. So I pinned that on. I also have over here a flower pinned. If you just like orange, I do. I love orange. Then this would be a bag that I would carry during the year. This doesn't have to be Halloween. But you take your quilt blocks that you've done crazy quilting, and we're going to use, see those points coming together? That is this template, my box bag template. This is this right there, and those points come together. I've done lots and lots of videos with this template, and now there are 3 sizes. There's my regular, there's my small with the fussy cut frame, there's my large, and I have fussy cut frames for these 2 sizes. That had been my favorite template forever. 2 more projects really fast. My microwave bowl cozies. I have these in 8 sizes. Again, I've used the Tula Pink fabric, De La Luna, the Day of the Dead. These are those eyes, which I love for kids. They don't have to be just for adults. If you put a soup bowl in there or a cereal bowl, this is the 10.5 inch with the corners. This is the 10.5 inch with the straight edges. So rounded corners here. But I make 8 sizes, so you have smaller ones too. So if you wanted to do little whatevers, you see how this one's flatter here? So if this is just sitting on their plate, this can be a little mug rug for your cup or for candies or whatever. This one I've added the dart a little bit more, but this one you can see how it's a little bit more than that. So 8 different sizes. My videos will show you how to make those too. Last thing I want to show you are my things that I have hanging up here. This guy here, those are dresses. This has elastic on the bottom. This would be adorable, I think, for a little kid for photographing. You stuff that full of whatever, take the picture. You got this little cap that you can put on them, take the picture, and it would be adorable. You can fill this with whatever, just make sure it's really comfortable. Those are the same. This is a tea towel. I love using tea towels. This is using my pillowcase armhole, this guy here. So the pillowcase armhole, that does the left side and the right side, the front and back. Then I want to show you the aprons, because maybe you're not doing trick or treating, but maybe you're doing some cooking. So for the little boy, this guy here, I did the elastic that goes all the way around and all the way around. So you can see Darth Vader, Star Wars here. This is done with this. So my videos will show you how to do that too. Apron, I've got another apron here. Boy, it's hard to see with this, but this is a tea towel. This tea towel here with a pocket, we make a pocket template, and boy, are they easy to do with the template there. And I had one more apron, and I don't know where it is, but I think that's it. Okay, and I'm sure I'm past my time. So lots of things, lots of videos. I have 200 and something videos for you on YouTube. I've got a sale on my website. You can see all of my information there. I've got that 20% off discount that will be good through Friday night, midnight Central Time, really 11:59. And I will be doing a giveaway on my Facebook page too. So go look for that. I'll be doing something Halloween-y special for you. So that will start at the end of this sale Friday night. So be sure that you go look at my Facebook page so you can find out about this. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of Wild Wednesday Live. Again, this is always so much fun, a little bit crazy with all the different things, but I wanted you to be able to see lots and lots of Halloween projects. Thank you.
Thank you, Linda, for jumping in last minute. You always save me whenever I need you to. That's why we love having you on about once a month. So hopefully you can stick around for a few more minutes. In just a little bit, we'll be doing our Q&A. So thank you so much. And I know, Beth, I know you're out there watching. I have to tell you, when she was showing those Day of the Dead items, Ron looked at me and went, "Oh, Beth will love those." And Nicole, I have to say that I don't really watch the comments while the show is running because I'm trying to pay attention to the show. But Nicole, I did happen to notice we already had the discussion with you about your priorities in your packing. So just wanted to let that be said real quick. So anyway, guys, this is your last reminder. If you have yet to enter for today's door prizes, remember, if you've already done it, please don't do it again because that just slows me down getting the winners posted. But if you haven't already put in the secret word for today, the word is September. So right now we're going to bring our vendors back on and then we will open it up for questions. So if you have questions for any of our 3 vendors today or for Beth or I, just go ahead and type those in right now and I will start looking for them here. Let's see, give you a couple of seconds to get those typed in. Okay, maybe you guys were pretty thorough today, so we're going to wait though a couple more seconds. Yasmita, why don't you remind us again about your virtual show while they're getting their comments and questions in?
Okay, on the 9th of September in Wisconsin, there's the virtual show. I believe last year, from all the virtual shows that was probably one of the most successful. I heard that from vendors that participated, because it's a bit of a trial and error trying to get the virtual format correctly. And I think by the time we get it right, it might be time to go back on the road, which is happening now. But from our point of view, from Australia, this is what we depend on. And I thought I'd try it this year. And it seems like the excitement, the lead up, the pre-launch, the preparations, it all just sounds so exciting. And it's free. So if you've got time and if you join, and there's so much to take in with all the creative, I'm not a crafter. So all of this sort of, I just look at it and enjoy. And I've learned to appreciate all this creativity. But generally, I think it'll be wonderful for everyone to attend.
Okay, great. Well, a couple questions for you, Yasmita. One I can answer. Somebody's asking about shipping times. Guys, she has a U.S. warehouse, so it's not coming from Australia. It's coming from, is it Kentucky? Is that right?
Kentucky, yeah.
Kentucky. So, and then another question for you, let me find it again, is hang on. What are the sizes of the project and carry case bags?
Is that the one that's just on offer right now? Is that the one they're asking?
I think that's the one she means. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, but there's 38 products on our website. So it depends which one. They're all called something about craft, right?
But they've all got the dimensions on them, correct, on the website?
Each one has a dimension, and I think it's important to know what they are, because when you're buying bags, you need to know what's going to fit in there. Today, I discovered after all these years that one of my bags takes a Mac, an iPad, like certain things, they just... Sometimes the old format folded up, the foldable ones are fitting in some of the bags. So I think I discover something new every day about a bag when someone tells me about it. But see the dimensions, okay?
Okay, and then another question. Someone asked if everybody was going to be at Inland Empire, and I can actually answer that question. I'm the only one from this group today that's going to be there, but I'm going to be there with bells on, so hopefully I will see lots of our friends. I know I saw something else here. Hang on, let me just scan through real quick. Somebody did comment that she was too busy shopping to ask questions, so that was fun. But everybody's kind of commenting the same thing. It was such a great show. You guys were so informative that they got all their questions answered during your presentation. So that's always a good thing. So I think that's probably it for the questions. Just to wrap up really quick, I just want to remind you guys that the vendor discounts normally good through through midnight on Friday, but Yasmita and Leanne told you theirs are going to be running a little bit longer than that, so that's really good and fun. And so we got another question here. Oh, someone's asking Beyond Interiors. So Leanne, did you ever sell your jewelry at a little shop in Montclair?
Yes.
There you go.
That's where we're located. We're located in Montclair, Oakland, California, though, not Montclair, California.
Right, right. Awesome. And it looks like that's it for the questions. I was just double checking, but I just want to remind everybody, give me till about 6 o'clock tonight before I post the door prizes. I haven't been to the post office with my shipments yet today, so I got to do that real quick. And you can see that 3D mask for winter designs. Linda, they're asking about it. That is on your website, right? And your YouTube channel.
The 3D mask is actually Martelli's Facebook face mask. So if you go to Martelli, I sell it on my website too, but Martelli has it as well. And we've got a great video that Lisa did. And so if you go to Martelli's Facebook or either the website, and Zeke's pulling up my website for you. And there's a search box at the very top. If you type in just 3D, even just the 3 and D, you'll be able to find the 3D face mask. But Martelli actually makes a small, a medium, a large, an extra large, and an extra small. So I sell them as well. Martelli makes that one, and it's really, really comfortable.
Awesome. Thank you. And then just the last thing before we go today, I just want to let everybody know that Beth and I have a lot of fun scheduled because the entire month of October is going to be Christmas in October. So all of our October shows are going to be focused on quick, easy gifts, things you can make fast, things that are already made that are great for gifts for your quilty, crafty, sewing buddies. So that's going to be the whole month of October. So be sure you check us out in October. And we want to thank everybody for being here today. We have lots of new people today, so that's always a lot of fun. We hope we see a bunch of you next week in Pleasanton. Actually, one of our favorite shows. It's one of the smaller shows, but the facility is amazing. So vendors love that show because it's such an easy show for us to load in and out of. So we're really looking forward to seeing our regulars up there. And actually, I think that's probably about it. I'm just checking one more quick time. Doesn't look like we got any more questions. So, guys, thank you so much for your continued support of all of our vendors. And we want you to get out there, make the rest of the week a super creative week. And we will see you next week from Pleasanton at 3 o'clock Pacific time, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, bye, everybody.
Bye.